We're changing the name, or we're attempting to, trying to make it easier to find us because every time you put in indie year, nobody seems to know that that doesn't not for Indian or that's not for Native American. It's for indies, right? But it's whatever. Anyway, um, right now, up on the screen, we are in the one and only place where life can be easy on an Android. I am biased to Androids, yes, indeed. This is the Google Play Store. And here on the Google Play Store, we are going to be showing you some applications that you could use to develop video games solely from your phone, solely from your mobile or your tablet. Okay, whatever you are running Android on. You may not have a computer, um, or being at a computer can be a little bit intimidating. You also may not have a good office, a good workspace. So, fortunately for you, I am here. You may also be on the go. You may also, not necessarily be able to stay in one place at one time. Well, again, fortunately for you, I am here hoping that you continue to enjoy your year. And so we're going to be listing a few of the game engines that you can use possibly to make your games. Um, First thing you need when it comes to making a video is a game engine to utilize. And I'm going to give you the first one that is not necessarily a game engine. It's more of a app development platform. It's not on the Google Play Store anymore, sad to say, and it is known as Sketchware. Yes, indeed. Sketchware is an application that mostly runs Java, or Scratch. Um, excuse me. And since it runs Java and Scratch, that means that you can make video games with it. Now, I use it solely for the functionality of creating apps. To me, video game development would be a little bit tedious, but that is because you would be limited to 2D game development. And I would like to do away with 2D games. To be honest with you, I don't know how more 2D games are coming out day out, but people are playing them, and it's just not me. I only have about I only play Game Boy Advance 2D games. Those old games. So other than that, anything new, I'm not even worried about that much with 2D games. So here is Sketchware. Create your own mobile applications on your smartphone. You can push them out right away. It's not hard. It's not difficult. This is an old page. This page doesn't exist anymore, um, because Google is evil, and the Sketchware developers were not getting enough funds to continue the project. Fortunately for us, there are people on the interweb who definitely are devoted. They definitely created, or helped us make a workaround so that we can use it. You can get it via GitHub with the latest releases. You can also join a Discord. There's a Discord server that they have, basically letting you know when it has been updated. So Sketchware, you can develop games. Now people have not developed full games with it, due to the fact that those people are. It feels more suited or better suited for application development, tools or app tools, applets, if you will. But other than that, uh, I would suggest that if you want to, if you need to, if you have to, if you had to, if you only had your phone at your disposal, number one pick for me personally, definitely going to be Sketchware. So let's go to the next tab. This is where we're going to start to get into trailers and things of that nature, so you can see everything that is actually going to be happening in some of the applications. This right here is known as Epic Game Maker, game or create games. All right. And as you can see, again, this is another application that is 2D. Sad to say that, if you are using mobile, you may be limited to 2D game development for a while. Okay, even most of the things that give you the option of running 3D, definitely are going to have some. They're going to have some slowdowns. They're going to have some lag. They're going to have some stuttering. The frames per second are going to be low. And so I would suggest that if you're just getting into it, or this is something you just wanted to do, something you just wanted to experiment, and you want to do it with minimal effort, with minimal difficulties, you should stick strictly to 2D games for a little while. This is Epic Game Maker, and it is a sandbox 2D platformer with a level editor. Create levels of your dreams and share your creations with other players. You also can compete with your friends in a multiplayer mode. Then, after that, you can also play online levels created by other players and rate them. The best levels will appear at the top of the list, which will give an opportunity to their authors to become famous. Make the game of your dreams, and it's simple, right? So here are some features: built-in level editor, upload levels to the game server, ability to play any levels online without downloading, multiplayer co-op mode up to 4 players, nice interface and fantasy 2D graphics, different characters like the knight, the goblin, the demon, the orc, etc. Okay. This was last updated the 2022, and let's actually view the trailer so that you guys can get a little bit more of a feel for it. And I think you get the gist of what's going on here. Basically, you're seeing the tile editor. Then you can place items on the screen. And the question is, because I'm seeing items we added, but I'm not seeing any kind of code, any kind of adding properties to everything. So basically, this is a very simplified version. You would have to use what building blocks or mechanics they already have available in the game in order to actually create gameplay elements, if you will, right? Or gameplay premises. So if you're interested in dabbling with this application, again, I will leave all links for you guys in the description below, so that you guys can explore it. That link is going to take you specifically to the website I'm developing known as Gameplay Mechanics HQ. So that way, you guys will have an area where you can safely get yourself on some game development resources. Next, we have Q to Game. Q to Game or Coda Game makes app development a little bit more fun. Just make your own games. This one, it would have to be purchased, but it says unleash your creativity, your mobile game engine. Let's see what we got there. Create crazy platform games. What other games can you create? Build games and challenge your friends. Okay, and share your games. So this is a game development platform. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that they have any they don't have any. What's the word I'm looking? They don't have any trailer. It says its code game is the kid's own game engine, right? Let's see if they have more. They don't have more. In code game, you can be the boss of your own awesome games, drag and drop with visual coding blocks to create games such as air hockey, endless flyer, and platform games, and share them with the world. Your imagination is the only limit. If you guys would like to see me explore this, let me know. If you guys see any game resources that you would like me to experiment with so you don't have to, please feel free to use our comment section for both advertising and for suggestions, all that good stuff. Be social, right? Put the social back in social media. Okay. So next we have Godot Editor 3, and there's also Godot Editor. I think there's a Godot Editor 4. somehow I missed. But here's Godot Editor 3. It looks similar to Godot Editor 4. This was last updated this year. And Godot Engine is a free all in one cross platform game engine that makes it easy for you to create 2D and 3D games. Godot provides a huge set of common tools so you can just focus on making your game without reinventing the wheel. Amen to that. I've actually tried it out on my Galaxy 3, which is right here. So you know I'm not lying. The Galaxy 3, I tried it out on that. I didn't try it out on my LG ThinQ, but I need to look at it on that. It is a little slow. It's not glitchy, but it is slow. It has a little bit of stutter. Now I'm not sure if that's because of how the information is being presented to it when you click, when you touch, when you use the touch controls on your phone. I've heard that it works better with I've heard that it works better with a mouse and keyboard connected to your phone. Maybe even Bluetooth mouse and keyboard attached to your phone. I don't know. Let's look at some of the games made with this powerful game engine. So a link to that video is actually going to be posted in the description, so you guys can get all that and then some. Hopefully, you guys may use Godot. As we all know over here, I use BuildBox, number one codeless tool for developing video games for highest. And so I'm not touching Godot for a nice little while. It has its own programming language, which is known as, I think, G Script or something like that. So yeah, I'm not into trying to learn a new language just yet. Next we have Struct. Struct 3D Game Creator is another platform that allows you to make your own games. Now, I have used this before, and when I use this, the only thing that I was trying to do is import my own assets into it. Sad to say that it does not allow that. It did have some stutter at the time, but I'm thinking since it's been updated yesterday. Wait, yeah, it was updated. It was updated yesterday. So since it's been updated yesterday, it may work better. Last time I used it though was like 2-3 years ago. So it may have improved with new assets and new gameplay mechanics or behaviors. I really actually like the graphics, if you will. Like they're not the best, right? I mean, I feel like they're Minecraft esque, but I just like the three. I like 3D games. To be honest with you, for the most part. Let's see what bean footage they have available for us to partake in. And as you can see, um, this game development platform actually allows you to use it via Steam PC, so on your computer, but importantly, as we can see here, most importantly, on your phone. They already have assets, bunches of assets for you to choose from. What I would suggest doing is using this number one to prototype any game ideas that you have. And then number two, you can take some of these assets and actually equip them with, like, use a triangle and a block and a square and all that stuff to make the characters actually look the way you want them to look. Because again, you won't be able to bring anything or export or import anything into their platform, and that's probably just a safety feature to make sure no copyright is being infringed upon, right? So if you guys want to try this out or you want to watch me try it out, let me know in the comments. We also have the next application, or the next app that you could download. It's a platform that allows you to make games, known as Ready Maker. Sad to say that once again we are stumbling upon another application that does not have a trailer. And so it says here that Ready is an open ended software creator that enables anyone to create games, apps, and software without any previous coding experience. Afraid of coding but want to learn? Ready is for you. Built on Unity 3D, a professional game engine, Ready designed to teach you how to think and code through an accessible visual interface. Your projects can then be played on iPad, Mac, and PC. So that will be a little bit of an annoyance because, of course, if I want to test the platform out, if I want to test my games out, then that means that I'm going to have to do what? I'm going to have to port it to PC. I'm not just going to be able to test my games on my smartphone. So I'm hoping that they have, or I'm hoping that they would have a actual, like, virtual environment where you can test the functionality of your games as you make them. But I would still like to split it into like an APK or something in order to do debugging tests to see specific functionality, whether or not it's working, things of that nature. But nonetheless, they do have that. It was last updated 2022, and I wish I could show you guys more. I might see if I can find some video of people actually using this application. Um, but I just found out my watch is dying. Hold on, guys. Power. Okay. So moving on from this application, we're going to look at Pocket Game Developer. It is one of the simplest game mechanics and game platforms that you could possibly use. I mean, if you want to consider it a platform, and I definitely love the enthusiasm and humor in the description of this application. It says here about this game. It's a game creator app. You can make games in it. You can also make animations and sound effects, game objects, levels, and then put them all together into a game. It wants to be a game engine when it grows up. With over 1 million downloads, I'm hoping that these numbers are not including people who've downloaded it multiple times. But hey, may just be like that. As you can see, I put it on my S9 one time before. So yeah, so it's a it's a game engine. People like it. Oh no, my A10. Yeah, so I don't know whose S9 it is, but my A10 has this on there. As you can see, it has an editor, and it definitely has some charm to it. Here's the sound or music editor, and let's actually get right into the trailer. So please check out the developer of that application on their Patreon. I may link that in the description, but if I'm late, I'm anyway, I really think that is a very promising, basically a game engine. Um, the thing I'm questioning is, okay, after you make the games, how do you export it out? If you can't export it out in a way that people can play it, either on the Google Play Store or something like that, that can get in the way. You know, it's annoying to make a game and not be able to have anybody be able to play it. So here we have its Magic Game Engine, Create Games. This is the beta. There is a stable version of it by the same developers. Um, but I just wanted to make sure you guys know that the beta is seriously super megarifically up to date. Um, 22nd was the last time it was updated in 2023, and you can play and build games and make games. It has functionality, or it has a user interface that looks similar to a Godot or a Unity, things of that nature. I think it's more. It looks to me more like Roblox Studio, but hopefully it's not as actually it looks a little bit more. It's not as neat. It's not as clean. It also reminds me a little bit of, as I'm looking at the graphics, it reminds me of like Copper Cube. But nonetheless, I think it's something that you could definitely utilize if you wanted to. And the question is, of course, when it comes to exporting the game out, again, how is it exported? Can it be exported as an app? I'm seeing someone was attempting to make an APK or a mobile title here. So hopefully, hopefully it works for you if you try it. And if you would like me to try it, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to play it. Next we have Max 2D Game Maker. Max 2D Game Maker. It looks like it's exciting. It's got a lot of colors. Okay, it's got a lot of colors. Um, and what from what I was reading, it does have its share of glitches. Although this post was 2021, this post was 2021, so last 2020 right here. So not enough people are playing with it up to date, but it may have some improvements due to the fact that the last time it was updated was March 21st, 2023. So that means that it's got an active community. What is Maxed 2D? Well, let's look at it right here. Um, Actually, we'll go to the website because when you look here, it just says what's new. It just says data and safety. It just says see details. It just says edit the review. I'm wondering why do certain games not have all that information? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, game development made easy. Bring your game idea to life with Max 2D Game Maker. You can build, test, share your dream games with the world. 100 no 10,000 plus games have already been made using Max 2D game engine. With Max 2D, you only need an Android device to create your games. We have built Max 2D game maker very similar to a professional game engine development software like Unreal and Unity, such that you would have a better understanding of actual game development environment. Okay, okay. The game engine features all the essential game development tools found in professional softwares. You can start your game development journey with Max 2D and build your first game, and as you progress, easily switch to the pro game development softwares like Unreal Engine or Unity with ease. And you can start creating games by learning the basics and within no time build your first game. We have provided all the necessary video tutorials to get you started. That is definitely don't know how to code, no issue. The Max 2D or with Max 2D, you don't need any coding skills to build a game. You start from the basic tutorials and the provided sample project. Creating games has never been this easy. You only need an Android device and a passion to develop games. Um, so it says, can I build Android APK? Yes. We have provided an option in Max 2D to convert your developed game to Android. How do I get started? You install, you explore, you learn, you start developing, you build, you share. Okay. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You can read the rest for yourself. Once you go to the website. As I said, I wish they had some like gameplay going on of games that have been built so far. Like this, to me, this don't look good. That look boring. Okay, but that's because that boring. That's slow. This look a little better. This is of course it's the conventional Flappy Bird. However, if you notice down here, it says no coding right here, and then it has nodes here for different behaviors and things of that nature. So I really love no coding platforms, visual scripting platforms, or applications. I really love them doing that. It just makes life a little bit easier. Woo! So I'll leave that in the description for your enjoyment. All right. So after Max 2D, we have Game Maker 3D. All right. Game Maker 3D actually doesn't look too bad either. I mean, those models are horrendous. Um, but they have a bunch of games already available that you could possibly test out, a couple templates, and maybe even a couple or a few 3D models that you could possibly use in any of your games. It says create amazing 3D and 2D games on your phone and generate an APK. That's what I'm talking about. You can create endless runner games, third person shooter games, melee games, and other games in 3D. Your created games are published and can be shared with friends. And you can also play dozens of games created by other game developers all over the world. Now, both these applications are talking about exporting out an APK, making life a little bit easier for us Android development. But Max 2D, I believe, makes you pay coins to do that. I don't know if you earn these coins via using the application and playing other people's games, which is great incentive. I actually like that a lot. But um, I'm hoping that they don't make you actually pay real money. Although if they make you pay like $1, maybe even $5 to export out an APK, then that just means make sure it's a good game. Okay, make sure that you're really confident in how well that game could possibly sell. All right. We have Scratch. Everyone knows about Scratch and what it can do. It has a ecosystem devoted to learning game development or just how to code overall using Java, if I'm not mistaken. And it is more geared towards the younger audience, as you can see, ages 5 and up. But you could use it for more advanced things if you're willing to take the time out to do that. Um, Everyone knows that one. Pocket Code is a learn. You can learn programming using it. It has behaviors and functions. It's actually very well organized, making game development fast and easy and to the point. They do have some examples. Once you go through the examples, you pretty much know how to use it. Also, some examples on their website you can actually download. So you can take and download them and then play along with them. It uses something similar to what I was talking about before, which is Scratch and Sketchware, as it has these blocks that help you better determine what is going to happen, better understand what is going to happen instead of just being a series of code. Although I think you can actually get that XML file out if you wanted to. The question is, can you port it to like an APK or something like that? I don't know yet. I've never really. At the time, I wasn't worried about it. I was just worried about whether or not it was going to let me make a game in the first place. But nonetheless, you guys can take and see if it is a viable option for you guys. Links will be in the description. Um, Now here is Rah. Both Rah and Hype I will basically put together. I like Hype as you can see because Hype is already got gameplay elements, or it already has gameplay elements being shown from the beginning, right? From the beginning, and you can download it now, right now, at this very moment. Hype is definitely a way to go. Even like the graphics to me look very good, and the cool thing is you can make them even better. Now with Hype, you have the option of using what they already have available, which is very bountiful, as you can see from the robot being displayed on the screen. But you can also take and import objects. Now, in order to import objects, they have to be your own. And if you were to import an object, you have to share it with the community. It doesn't just belong to you anymore. So that's the only reason why I don't want to import objects into HypeHype. But fortunately, with HypeHype, you actually could just take and use blocks or use circles, squares, triangles, or whatever you need, or pieces from other characters to create your very own character for your game. So I would suggest trying that out. And actually, I should go explore it later on, and I'll explore it with you guys if you let me know in the comment section below to do so. Let's get back to Rah Rah though. And actually, let me open that back up because I want you guys to see the trailer. So we'll get back to Rah Rah, which is not getting that much hype, and that is because it's not getting that many downloads just yet. It released very quietly. I accidentally stumbled upon it via a YouTube short, but I subscribed right away, downloaded it right away, and it's very easy to understand, very easy to use, and in fact, you basically are the star of your own video game because when you first enter into HypeHype or start using HypeHype, you make your very own avatar, and then every game that you play subsequently, you are playing with that avatar. So that's pretty good. I'm still trying to understand or better what is the word? Better understand how to control my characters because I'm trying to get them to do specific functions. But if this sounds like something you want to try out or want to watch me try out, you know exactly what to do. Let's go look at the HypeHype trailer, which is a platform that also with Rah Rah and HypeHype, you cannot, sad to say, you cannot export out into an APK. So if you want to share this with even more people, you'll have to one, they may have to install HypeHype or Rah Rah. Two, they do give you codes that you can share, but that code is going to make them install the application basically. I do have to explore and see if that code would just take you directly to the game, but I'm not sure. So I will be developing a process by which to better share your games made via HypeHype. But let's look at the trailer. HypeHype has been one of the most easy platforms to understand when it comes to gameplay development. Um, and they have enough tutorials, but they also have a manual that you can get into. They live stream, actually have a YouTube channel. I'll link in the description, but they live stream at least once every week. Long, we're talking nice long live streams of them developing the actual video games that you are seeing right before you on the HypeHype scroll list, basically. So definitely get your hands on these and others like it, right? But I'll link all of these in the description in the hopes that you will be able to develop a game no matter where you are. So those are all of the game engines you could possibly use from the Google Play Store via your Android mobile phone if you wanted to develop a video game solely from the comfort of your phone. Now, however, you are going to need to make assets at some point in time. It's going to be sound assets, and it's going to be 2D assets and 3D assets. So what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to be discussing all of the possible tools you could possibly use to make first your 2D assets for your video game if you're going to be doing 2D video games because they're the most they're the most easy game engines to work with in in an Android phone or on an Android phone. However, as we can see from a HiPipe or a Rara, there are some 3D engines that you could possibly use. And so in the video after that, we'll do 3D. But until then, I'm going to see you guys when I see you.